everyone, this is Tuchodor and today I'm gonna do my April bullet journal. Normally I was like super excited for this one because it's the month that I'm gonna celebrate my birthday, aka my aging non-stop, and that's supposed to be the month that we are moving out from Malaysia, but with the recent updates called Corona, all those plans we made changed, but I didn't want to change my setup or I didn't want to do like Corona focus kind of bullet journal. I'm gonna try to normalize the situation and do like how I used to do and not gonna change lots of things. So if you're ready, let's get started. During this bullet journal, I'm gonna use my perfect watercolor. Maybe you know it, it's always with me. And I'm drawing a sunflower on my left side. Yes, my theme for this month is sunflowers. I explain you simply why I chose it. I was thinking something about like related to spring, like flowers, something green or whatever, and I directly think of daisies. Of course, that's my favorite. But then I realized that I keep drawing daisies, so I have to change it. And now I'm getting aged, so I don't know how come I made the relation, but I just thought of sunflowers. Yeah, they are like older daisies. I don't know, I just had this idiot idea and I said that, yeah, why not? I kind of like sunflowers. So here we are. I'm gonna do this design simple and a bit artistic, I can say maybe. I'm gonna try to mix tradition with a bit more like graphic. We will see how it's gonna end, but as you see that I'm not just using like plain color, I'm not going like realistic sunflower. I'm using more this watercolor effect with different shades of yellows and oranges and red. The base of my color finished. Meanwhile, it's getting dry. I'm jumping on the right side and putting kind of like base color there. It's a bit like salmonish, very light color. I'm not using lots of water because my papers are not like thick enough. They are just like blah blah blah, you know what I mean? They're just like waving directly when I put a bit of water. So I'm paying attention to don't use lots of water. After I put like kind of round design there, I let it dry and come back to my left side again. To continue my design, I'm gonna use this pen which I'm badly in love with, and turn my sunflower a bit more graphic-ish. I don't know how to describe it, but like I'm adding just like some lines but nothing so clear. I'm not like making it so obvious all the leaves are there. I'm just letting some of them without details, adding some details on other side. I'm just going with the flow actually. I'm not planning to put any green or something on the leaves because I don't want it to be like completely finished. I want to keep it unfinished and I don't want to put lots of different colors, which is green actually, lots of different colors. I want to keep it on the like yellowish, reddish, salmonish kind of tones. But I feel like the black is not enough. If you know me a bit, you will understand that I really like dark shades and here is super light for me, but I try to keep it as light as possible. And I think the design looks okay. I don't know if I'm gonna come back to it and add something else, but for the moment it looks good. Now I'm jumping on my right side and I'm gonna put a like little calendar of April here. I'm using this font that is a bit like animatic. I don't know, I find it super animatic and like cartoonish and graphic, and I actually catch this tradition with graphic. It looks quite nice. I don't know, I quite like it. Anyway, I'm writing down my calendar here. Then I feel like the design on the left is a bit too unfinished maybe, yeah. So I'm adding just a slight color on the leaves but not green. I'm going with my salmon again. A little bit of shadow, and after I clean my reference lines, these pages are good to go. They look cute. So we can move on to the next page. In this page, I'm gonna do a huge calendar of April, so I will use this box to put notes on it and reminders or whatever like I feel like. I always find this design very useful, so I'm like sticking with it for a couple of months already. I start with putting my title, and as you see, I'm using the same font that which I'm in love with. And then I'm dividing the page to the boxes. I'm doing them as big as possible. When I'm done with dividing the sections, I'm putting the dates on the boxes, and this time I wanted to just use this salmon color, which I'm in love with, and putting huge numbers on the boxes. But I'm using very light color, so when I put notes on it, the numbers on the background not gonna be like super disturbing. What the? You see what I did? You saw that? I skipped 14 and I just jumped to 15 from 13. Amazing, isn't it? And I realized when I come to 19, because 19 is my birthday and it's supposed to be on Sunday, and when I see that it's on Saturday, I was like, what the fuck? What I did wrong? I don't know how come, but I just skipped 14. Anyway, well, probably it's my underconscious trying to say me to celebrate my birthday a bit longer than one day, so all weekend is 19. Da-da-da! Why not? I'm just gonna keep it like this and continue. So when I'm done with putting the dates, I'm gonna put a like little sunflower field over there. Cannot call it sunflower field, but I'm gonna put like little sunflowers side to side, but they are gonna be even less detailed than the previous one. There will be like a couple of sunflowers, and I'm trying to use different shades of the similar colors, so they're gonna look like they're all together, but they are not all together. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? As you see, I have this empty gap on the right side also, and the previous month I used it to put some like quotes to like encourage me on the stuff that I would like to do more. And this month I wasn't sure how to use it, and I decided to don't decide and I'm gonna leave them empty, and during those weeks that if I feel like there should be something that I should remind myself, I'm just gonna like put it there. Why not? Yeah, it can be useful actually. When I'm done with the design, I'm using my favorite pen again and putting like tiny details, but they are really like super tiny and random. It still looks so flat to me, so I decided to put a like kind of drop shadow under the calendar. It still looks a bit light, so I think these sections I'm gonna put black as well to balance the light and the dark colors a bit. And when I decided to put notes in them, I can just use my white pen. And here we are. I think we are good to go, so I can clean my reference lines, and I didn't fuck this page much. I'm really proud of myself. I'm saying it, but I forgot about messing with 14. Double 19, I love it. Let's move on to the next page. Left side of the page, I'm gonna put my habit tracker. I'm gonna do them tinier than before because I don't need them to be super big, and I can use the bottom of the page for something else. Last month I tried to use the graphic kind of design for the habit trackers, and it didn't work for me at all, so I am back to my basics. So I'm just gonna use the shape of the month so I can track down way easier to which day we are in, and if it's the weekend or the weekdays that I was performing better or whatever. So here we are with the classic design. It's been a couple months, I didn't change actually my habits that I tracked on. There are like 4 of them. This is workout, food, be social, and create. You can add as much as you want. So on the bottom side of the page, I wasn't sure what to do, but I decided to put a notes section because there are lots of things to note. I don't know. It's just a general area that I'm gonna put everything which I need to remember. Now I'm gonna draw like half huge kind of sunflower between 2 pages. I didn't want to put lots of design on these pages because those are the sections that I'm gonna go and fill in, and there will be lots of writing and notes in it. So I don't want to be like super mixed and crowded. I want it to be more simple. I'm just like going this middle part that probably I will not write anything down, and putting this like nice touch of sunflower. I'm not sure where this sunflower love comes suddenly. I always like them, especially like the first time I see this time-lapse video of the sunflowers facing the sun and like moving around. I was like, oh, that's amazing. And probably lately that I'm eating this sunflower seeds so often. I don't know if you guys eat it. Let me know if you're eating also. I love it, love it, love it. Even right now, that every time I like look at those sunflowers, probably it's just gonna make me crave more. So I'm questioning my idea about using sunflowers for my bullet journal setup now. But what to do? Okay. I'm done with the sunflower, so I'm moving on the right side of the page. The top section is gonna be video planner, and I'm gonna put a little calendar of the month and plan everything that I'm gonna put on YouTube, and when I should shoot, when I should edit, and when I should publish, blah blah blah. And other half of this page is gonna be breakdown, so there will be detail of the videos, of the works, or whatever I'm planning. That's gonna be just about work. So if you're student or something, you can just change this section, something related to your school or homework or project or whatever you're going to have in this month. Usually for the video planner, I just leave a empty section like I did for the notes and writing down whatever I feel like. But this month I wanted to do a bit more organized, put a kind of calendars so I can plan my videos day by day and what I'm gonna do in which day and which video gonna publish on which day, so I can be a bit more organized than before, at least, but that's what I hope. Well, after I clean my reference lines, I can move on to the next one. On the left side, I'm gonna put a weekly planner. I started to use it a couple of months ago and I find it super useful. Mostly I'm having lots of things in my mind to do during the month or the next weeks or whatever. And I'm keep postponing it, and I'm ending up doing very less and feeling too much stress about the things that I didn't do. So I decided to give myself some missions weekly so I can take one thing at a time and go step by step instead of thinking of lots of things to do and being pressured and ending up by doing nothing. That really works for me. If you're like me, I definitely suggest use those kind of sections. Put a list of the urgent things you have to do in this week and try to complete as much as you can, and just postpone the extra ones to the next week, so it's not gonna be too much pressure on you first. You're just gonna have little tasks and take one thing at a time, and I think that's really helped to reduce the pressure. I'm done with the page design. So here we are on our last page. This is gonna be to-dos. Let me explain it to you how I'm gonna use it actually. I mentioned you that I have lots of things going on and I have lots of things to do, and it's kind of hard to organize it in my mind, and I feel too much pressure about the things that I have to do. So here I'm just gonna write down a huge list of everything that I wanted to complete during this month, and weekly I'm just gonna go and choose the urgent one and put it in my weekly planner. So I will try to divide these missions and complete piece by piece to make it easier. So this make it a bit more doable and less stressful. That's the plan. This page is gonna be full of writing, so I'm not thinking to put lots of design on it, but I decided to put one whole sunflowers on the right side of the page. In this one I use a bit more shades and shadows. On the left side I assume the light is coming, and I put more yellowish and the lightish color there, and some darker colors on the right down side, and it make it look a bit more, how can I say, not realistic but realistic in the same time, also more 3D I can say. I think I quite love it. I added all the details with the same pen, which I'm madly in now. In this point I feel the leaves are a bit too light, so I'm putting a little bit of color over there as well. And then I remembered that how bad I am on writing on straight lines. I decided to put some reference lines, so my writing is not gonna be uphill and downhill all over the page. So after I put those very light lines here, I come to end of my bullet journal. I hope you guys like it, and I hope you guys gonna have an amazing month. I know that we are being through very hard times all around the world. Just hang there, just stay home and do art in this period. I wish you an amazing April. At least hopefully it's gonna finish way better than it started. I'll see you guys very soon on the next video. Ciao!